Matt, just give us a sense of what you're hearing, what you're seeing.
Very little right now, Lindsay. We do understand that Israel, according to at least one U.S. official, has fired missiles that have landed in Iran. We don't know the nature of the site, what they targeted. We don't know if there are casualties at this point. There may be additional strikes in other places. We don't have that yet confirmed. Of course, this is in retaliation to that massive missile salvo from over the weekend, which officials here and in the U.S. are calling the largest ballistic missile salvo in warfare ever. So Israel has been telegraphing for days now that it will respond, but there has been absolute silence from the Israeli government. They have been meeting almost every day to discuss potential responses, but not announcing anything. It was the Israeli military that continued to say there will be a response at the time and place of our choosing. It came now, and this is close to the Passover holiday. We understand that there might have been an effort to try to avert some sort of rise in tensions, which have already been pretty high before the holidays. Apparently that is not an issue, and they went ahead with this strike anyhow. Unclear how Iran is going to respond at this point, but they have been augmenting and bolstering their Navy, their Air Force, and they have been saying that their response will be severe and it'll be immediate, unlike last time over the weekend, which they waited about 10 days to respond, or 2 weeks. Unclear what the response is going to be. We assume there will be some. So tension is going to be very, very high here once people wake up. It's still before 5 o'clock in the morning, Lindsay.
And we do know that just today, Tehran warned that it had the ability to strike Israeli nuclear sites if Israel threatened to do the same in Iran. I know you said that things have been quiet as far as officials there, Israeli officials, but what are you hearing from residents there on the ground? Were they opposed to any kind of retaliation against Iran?
I think many Israelis had supported some sort of retaliation, but there's also a growing consensus in Israel that what happened last Saturday was unique. This international coalition led by the U.S. that helped defend Israel against those incoming missiles from Iran. That had never happened before, and it was a major strategic victory for Israel. They also proved that their Arrow 3 missiles, that David Sling, a shorter-range anti-missile system, worked very well. So they thought there was some thought in Israel that they would take this win, pocket it, and then wait for another opportunity, or that there will be much smaller footprint type of retaliatory attacks, cyber attacks, or the targeted strikes against Iranian commanders outside of Iran. That apparently is not the case. They chose to make a direct response. It seems to be somewhat limited in scope at this point, so it's not in any way on the same scale as Iran's, but still, this is, I think, the first time in history that Israel has launched a direct attack from its territory to Iranian territory and been essentially public about it. Lindsay.